Good morning, everybody. My name is Michaela Hicks, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about a weird mating ritual that occurs between soapberry bugs. I hope you enjoy. I am going to begin by stating my thesis statement that members of soapberry bugs have the weirdest adaptation for mating. So before I go into their mating ritual, I'm going to give you guys some basic information about the soapberry bug. This animal belongs to the phylum Arthropoda in the insect category. They are in the order Hemiptera, and this is the order of the true bugs. Soapberry bugs belong to the family Rhopalidae, which are the scentless plant bugs. However, it has been observed that these bugs can produce an unfavorable scent when disturbed, and I will talk to you more about that in a moment. The soapberry bug belongs to the subfamily Serenethinae. This subfamily only has soapberry bugs in it, and there are 3 genera of this animal. If you bring your attention over to the right, this is how a typical soapberry bug would look. This bright red color seems kind of counterproductive as far as protection goes. However, it does have a unique defense mechanism that I'll mention in a few slides. This animal is a part of the phylum Arthropoda because they have joint appendages, an exoskeleton made of chitin, which is shed periodically. Animals in Arthropoda have a ventral nerve cord, and this is very different from us because we have a dorsal nerve cord. These animals also have an open circulatory system, and this means that blood is not always contained within blood vessels. It sort of seeps through the tissues to give the cells what it needs. These animals also have advanced tracheal systems. Essentially, they have a network of tubes that get smaller and smaller. And as the air travels through those tubes, they are basically sent to every individual cell in the body. This is very beneficial for animals that have small bodies, but not so much for us. It would just be too energy taxing. These animals also have a complex sensory system, and by that I mean they typically have really incredible eyesight and antenna to help sense what's around them. Animals in Arthropoda also have segmented bodies that have specialized functions and a complete digestive tract. Soapberry bugs are insects because they have 6 legs and 2 antennae. They also have 4 wings. Their eyesight is possible through a compound eye, and this is an eye that consists of many individual small visual units. This allows for better vision. For the insect, it's way better than our vision. A soapberry bug insects have 3 main body parts: a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. Some interesting facts about soapberry bugs are that they live in aggregations, and this kind of seems counterintuitive due to their bright red color. However, even though they are in a family of the scentless bugs, whenever they are in those aggregates and they are disturbed by a predator, they produce an unfavorable scent, and this scent, coupled with their bright red color, basically tells the predator that they're undesirable prey, and that's their unique defense mechanism. So if you bring your attention over to the right, this is a male and a female soapberry bug that is mating. Some important notes about mating in soapberry bugs, and this is actually, this first bullet point is actually true of many insects. The most recent sperm that is put in the female has the most likely chance of fertilizing the egg. This, coupled with the fact that there are just way more males than females of this bug, typically in the environment, leads to something called mate guarding. And mate guarding happens to ensure that genetic material gets passed on from the male. You might be wondering what mate guarding is. This is essentially prolonged intercourse between a male and a female bug. The male genitalia acts as a plug to the female to ensure that no other male can attempt to procreate with her. So essentially, these bugs are going to be attached like this until the female lays her eggs, then the male will detach from her. And then oftentimes, after she lays her eggs, the male will reattach to her. And some studies suggest that this is to claim her and basically reserve her for later insemination. So there is a dense aggregate that forms between the two mating bugs, as you can see in this picture up here. This aggregate is formed due to prolonged sexual encounter, and it also helps keep the male and the female attached. So mate guarding is not unique to soapberry bugs. There are a lot of insects that practice this. However, those other insects typically will disconnect from the female after just a few days. Soapberry bugs are unique because, as I've said, they stay attached to the female until she lays her eggs, and then they'll reattach to her quite soon after she lays her eggs to claim her. So I'm just going to conclude with this statement that the ability of the aggregation to be formed between the male and the female counterparts essentially allows for the male to stay connected to the female, and this prevents another male from coming along and reproducing with her and claiming her as that bug's own. The ability to mate guard ideally will lead to the continuation of the male bug's genetic material, and also ensure that the male has a mate for life. These are my references. I hope you guys have enjoyed my talk about soapberry bugs, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your semester and good luck on finals and all of that stuff. Have a good day.